And without that, their initiation is very limited this game.
Well, we are already out into the game, and we'll see if Yemich can get off to the start that they need him to in this one. Wards drop down. Looks like both of those should be revealed, or rather in position to not be revealed early on here. Although it looks like Yemich steps on over and takes back over that Watcher. Good luck is the call. We'll see how it goes, though. Definitely clear ideas for both of these teams. And to me, I think the one that's going to be setting the tempo, you already pointed out Yemich on the side of Secret, but it really feels like it's going to be XXS for Azure. The Primal Beast, you just want to get active. You want to find kills. I would be very concerned in the mid lane for this lone Druid if Primal goes missing at any point around that like 7 to 10 minute mark.
Yeah, if you're fast on the Savage Roar, you can actually cancel charge mid animation. And when you get the shard, it gets really easy because then your bear can get stunned, you can do it. But that was a pretty cute play that XM was making in the mid lane. Like, he already dropped his ward on the high ground there, and then mid one was doing, that one little trick where you just put a unit over there, and if the tower hits it, they have a ward there. But what the bear doesn't do is it doesn't break smoke. So XM was just sitting there, giving him vision, making him think there was a ward there, because as he smoked, right? So maybe they might waste a sentry on mid one potentially if you got baited with that. As we call it, a cute little play.
Cute little plays, you love to hear it.
Oh, Bloodlust level 1 from Puppy here.
Really?
Yeah, he wants to battle.
Interesting.
I mean, the self, like if you use it on yourself, right, you get more of everything. I think attack speed, right?
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting too because he's starting without any boots, whereas Xingqiu has some. So he's still going to be kited back pretty hard, but it is going to be something where this Bloodlust gives him a little bit better ability to sort of force back that Grimstroke.
Yep. I mean, Xingqiu obviously... Ooh. Oh, okay. I wasn't even looking there because how could that possibly happen?
What the hell?
Ice Shards into Firestorm? Probably the Fire Spirits were off cooldown, or on cooldown rather, and you're just kind of defenseless as a Phoenix in that situation. Good start for the Underlord already. This is a lane. So last game, right? Boom. He was supposed to lose this lane. This game, he was supposed to win this lane, but then he's also gifted a first split on top of it. Dream start, I'd say, here for Boom on this Underlord.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's also worth noting that like a lot of times we've seen the Firestorm paired together with Atrophy Aura. You take that Atrophy Aura first and just try and get the last hitting advantage. But if you are going to take that Firestorm early, you definitely want to find those kills. So getting that first blood, really valuable. And already has boots now on his way towards the Arcanes. As mid one steps on over, not able to deny that bottle, but did get the root onto XM as he heads over and is going to get the resummon to steal away the other one.
Yep, and this is the one thing that Lone Druid is really good at, and showing in both these games, mid one is kind of showing that he wants to play these heroes that win the lane. Lone Druid, this hero just isn't really fair right now at the laning stage. Like, his real hero does 60 damage, his bear does 50, so this guy's doing 110 base damage, and Zeus only has like 67. And most heroes only have about 67. Zeus is a hero that actually has pretty high base damage, by the way. Yeah. But they actually had to pick a hero that just farms with nukes. Just because that's just how Lone Druid works.
Down bottom, they're getting some good damage onto Puppy, and the last touch, Xingqiu finds that kill on the Stroke of Fate. So the pairing together of the Inkswell with, just Trample, I mean, it's enough.
Oh, it's a dirty combination, honestly. It's incredibly hard to get away from, especially because Puppy, he doesn't have a point in stun, right? So he's definitely going to be in a really bad spot if he ever gets caught by a Trample plus Inkswell.
Well, we'll see how this goes, as now it is all lanes going into the favor of Team Secret. At least slight, nothing to write home about yet. That kill there definitely helps out a decent amount. But we'll have to see as Yemich is getting bullied back by these illusions up top. They throw out the shards, does connect on the Lul, which means he takes a few more blasts from that fire
here. But yeah. he's going back. I mean, the problem with this right now is Crystallis, like, he doesn't have a lane. The moment this Ogre leaves, on the bot lane, XXS is just holding lane back here, and Crystallis is just getting denied experience, and that's pretty much all in the laning stage. So Puppey does have to come back for this.
Yeah, he needs to definitely make sure that he doesn't get, bullied back, and Crystallis is then left with a weird situation. Because, there's massive amounts of kill potential here. That 2 points up in the Inkswell with double trample and about to get level 4. That's where things could really get testy.
Alright. Top lane here. I mean, Boom, he's got early arcanes, but he doesn't have a lot of regen. So maybe there's a world in which they can punish him, but probably not.
It's down there again. They just jump and find that kill. That's all it takes. I mean, this is what we talked about. He gets level 4, and it's like, what are you supposed to do? It's so much damage. Like you said, Boom does end up getting a little bit of regen passed over to him. Tango regen and the Lotus. But still, he's never going to be able to apply the same type of pressure that XXS is.
Yeah. What can they do here? I mean, this mid lane is getting kind of weird as well. I'm trying to keep an eye on it. And mid one is doing a great job here, but like I said, this is kind of expected as Lone Druid right now in this current patch. And they're doing the same thing as last game. Yamich is just going to make a rotation to the mid lane. But Jin Q is already prepared for this.
Jin Q is here. Yamich did get the D ward on that ward that was just placed down. So at the very least, he won't feel quite as safe. Does not have that other resummon, though, on mid one. And the bear down at about 700 HP. I mean, he can't take too much more of this spam.
Yeah, it's definitely a situation where you might want to consider bringing a TP to TP his bear back, but Regen Rune, is he going to get it? No. There's an Invis bot lane. Nobody's going to get it. Well, I suppose I say nobody's going to get it, but neither mid laner will get it. Not that Lone Druid really uses the runes anyway, but maybe Jin Q can use this Invis to some degree to get behind a hero, invisible. I mean, they do know he is Invis, but there's a sentry here, which is going to see Jin Q here. So,
yeah,
Jin Q thinks he's sneaky, but he's not. He got hit by a creep, so he knows.
Puppey is already over here ready to get his wisdom rune. He's like, I'm not doing anything in this other lane. I am just gonna chill and wait for it, which is pretty awesome. He was down there at like 6 minutes. Oh wait, no, now he TP's away. Wait, what?
I mean, he's losing his tower. I think he's gonna sacrifice. He's gonna die here too, by the way.
In the mid lane though, Lul makes the movement over, is chasing down with Yamich. It is going to be the Ogre going down while Yamich starts to die to Lul. Like, what is happening in this game? Zeus died too. And nobody gets the wisdom runes on either side at 7 minutes. Fear, it's the key to the game.
Oh, it's definitely one of the keys to the game here. I'm sure someone will pick him up eventually. I see Yamich beelining towards it. I think at this point, you don't really need to take it right now. What you need to not happen is to get stolen from you. Okay, as long as you can achieve that, you're good. And teams will go get it now, Phoenix respectively. But Puppey, this Ogre, I hate to say it, but it's had zero impact this game, right? Like,
yeah,
he's kind of died in the lane. He TP'd away. He TP'd bot to die. Right now, he's having a similar game. Uh-oh, Crystallis.
Oh man, in trouble.
Oh,
Able
he dodged
to dodge.
it.
Oh my god! And then mid one's there, can't do anything. Tries to summon the bear. Does get a root. Couple more hits. Can they get enough damage? I mean, Primal is just so hard to kill. On the other side, Puppey is beating down Zincu, but can't get him under the tower. And I think he's going to be too late to catch up to XXS also. Wait a minute. No, because the Diffusal Blade. All right, Diffusal Blade there. And now they have enough.
This is the scariest timing for Lone Druid right now. He has no boots Diffusal Blade at like 8 minutes. This hero is insanely strong right now. I'd say mid one's playing a similar hero to last game in the sense of like, but this one's even scarier than like, so Lone Druid's actually a good hero right now. DK is not. So there's the big difference already, right? But the timing is very similar. It's like these heroes are good in the laning stage, And then if you die a couple times, then the game is rough. But mid one, he realizes his timing is really strong right now. They're even going to find the Naga here, and he has no ability to deal this.
Yeah, this is huge. Just that 1 point in the Pit of Malice, but the stun actually creates some separation, and Lul, they're going to have vision on him. That's the scary part. Meanwhile, Puppey trying to run down Xing Q. They throw out the Sun Ray, dive through. Just going to end up being Tian.
Okay, they got him.
Instead, they turn it, and he gets level 6 off of it, too. Oh my god. Gonna find Chrysalis, will get denied by Roche. But in the end, Lul is just gonna TP away, and boom, does he see him in time? No, a second too late. What the heck was that?
That was a masterful play by the Phoenix there. That's what that was. That was so good. He goes in, and he's like so confident that he has a Zeus ult behind him, right?
Got it.
And then they end up killing 2 heroes off of that Zeus ult. I was like, what is he doing here? He got ruptured. This Phoenix is dead for sure. He's level 5, right? And then he goes in, uses all his spells, Zeus ults, they get 2 kills. Now he's level 6 all of a sudden. Pops his egg right before he dies. Or, so he doesn't die, technically. And then now all of a sudden, like, this fight gets cleaned up. The only good thing that really happened for Secret there is the fact that, okay, that was a good, very good route, but I think he's still dead. That's a resummon dieback for the Lone Druid. And I hate to curse the guy, but like I was just saying before, kind of like last game, if he's on a hero that dies once or twice, these heroes aren't good at recovering the game. Lone Druid is no exception. He crushes the early game. This is just what he does. But when it comes to dying and actually carrying the game after a couple deaths, it's not like a Spectre. We're going to come back into the game really quickly. Your power spike is gone. Because like, guess what? He's going to respawn. And after he's alive, for 70 seconds now, he has no bear. Which means he's going to farm slowly. He's not going to pressure. And he's just going to ultimately be sad.
Jeez. And I mean, this, you know, combination here, Puppey down low. Actually do need to back out, though, it looks like. And the Rupture is there. XXS under control. They Walrus Punch. They control him, but not going to actually be able to do anything. They don't have enough damage to burst through XXS. Boom. Tries to get away. Not going to happen. 3 dead down bottom. And you know what's crazy? The Lone Druid team is going to be the one to lose their tower first. It's the first tower to go down bottom. Unmitigated disaster for Secret.
Yeah, just the... You might think to yourself that this is bad, but due to the nature of the drafts, it's actually really bad. Everything I said, the wheels are really falling off on this one for Team Secret. Not really recovering very much after that game number 1 here, as we will have a clip of like, yeah, sure, you try and kill the Primal here, but he's just so tanky, and the fact that he's able to get his Pulverize off, which means you can't really run into that if you're on any of the heroes of Secret here, and he's just gonna go straight down from there. And that kind of goes back to the laning stage, right? This Primal Beast, he has a Blade Mill, 2 Bracers, Infused Raindrop, Magic Wand. He's tanky. And they just weren't able to shut him down in the laning stage. He got super farmed, and now he's going to be that really annoying hero that buys hard Blade Mill and runs in your face. And the best way to deal with this strategy is normally slow it down from happening in the first place. But yeah, it's safe to say they're not slowing this Primal down very much this game, as he is cruising along in the net worth #1 in the game entirely right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty freaking insane how good this is. And you know, I will say I think some of what these early games to me are supposed to be about, at least, are like getting to know these teams a bit. And I am seeing Lul as such an unbelievable step up from, I mean, obviously he played amazing at TI. He had some of the best performances, but I feel like I'm seeing even better stuff from him. Like, he's in the right places, these early rotations, both on that lifesteal and the last game. And in this game, he's like level 4 or 5 as a Naga Siren, chasing into like tier 2 towers, and still is one of the most farmed heroes in the game. I'm wondering if this is going to be another year of progression and Lul just becoming a better player. We're already seeing some solid stuff from him.
No, he's definitely really good. I've been keeping an eye out on him. I didn't know a lot about him before TI, but even just watching him at TI alone, right? He became more on my radar. It was like someone to like watch, and he's just getting better, as you're mentioning. And meanwhile, XSS, he might get caught here, but he's got the Blade Mill.
Puppey ends up being brought down. Can they kill off this Primal? Yes, they will. That was needed. I mean, that was almost another dead bear too.
Yeah, that was seconds from disaster if Chrysalis didn't show up there. Like, he would have actually just killed mid one if he got in range to pulverize him. And his bear. So, really, really good. Speaking of carries getting active, Chrysalis, he's been known for it. He loves playing heroes like the Bloodseeker, the Monkey King. He's a bit more of your active carry player, and kind of really came in clutch there in that moment. But unfortunately, Puppey kind of left him dry in the laning stage, so he's just been mode recovery this game.
Oh my god. Do you know what we're seeing from XM? Dude, we're gonna see it.
Lightning hands?
He's going lightning hands.
Oh.
Let's go. It's time.
I never understood. So, like, this is one thing that I never know when to do this and when not to on Zeus.
Okay.
I don't really play this hero very much. Actually, I don't play him at all, but yeah, most of the time I hear people say this is meme and it's bad, but some people say it's good. So I actually have no idea if this is good. I think it's just probably fine.
Yeah.
If there's no consensus one way or the other.
I mean, that is the way that it goes. People have strong feelings about it one way or the other.
It's very controversial for sure.
Absolutely. Lul is underneath tower with a couple of his illusions. The smoke is about to break on him. Actually, they're wrapped around to the right. Oh, they're too late. The smoke gate comes a second too late, and Boom is going to die instead. Secret wanted to make the move, but not quite there in time. Now XXS is going to run into mid one. Okay. Are they going to go on to this Primal and try and take him down? It's still a very tanky and hard to kill hero. And in fact, XXS, he jumps through both! Oh, yikes. That is not what you want. Bear down and Puppey.
Both of mid one's bears died in that fight. It's a rough one. He's got a resummon now. So he's got a bear. And yeah, this game is going really well for one team.
Okay. Let everybody infer which team that is. Phoenix has a Midas now. Grim has a Midas. Okay, Grim has a Midas, Phoenix has a Midas.
You've got the superior late game. You've got the gold lead. You've got the better heroes. But you still have a chance if you're Secret. There's always a chance.
You know, Twitch chat prediction said that Secret was going to win this. So how can we bet against that, you know?
Well, you didn't. I did.
Yeah, that's true.
You're just with the Twitch chatters.
It was a decision I might be regretting a little bit. And Azure Ray, to me, again, just showing how dangerous of a team this could be. I mean, this is a team that you do not want to fight, because this is two games with very different styles of draft, and both of them, they look amazing.
Yeah, I think Secret is coming in with a very aggressive approach that probably worked for lesser teams right now, but that's also the good thing. I'll save that thought for later as we watch Yamich. Does he die? Oh, he dies.
Very much so. And now the control onto both with the pulverize. The damage is there. They do kill off the Phoenix egg. Much needed. His mid one's bear is down low.
That's his only bear.
Himself, very slow. But XXS, he's going to get brought close.
Oh, no.
Take down Chrysalis. It is going to be a dead Primal Beast, but all of this damage coming out. The lightning hands.
Look at
the lightning
one.
Man.
He's fighting
taking
him
down.
down.
XM, kill everybody. The right clicks. He needs a few more. It's not quite going to be in time. Puppey manages to finally bring him down. Mid one lived through that all.
I've never seen a lone druid just win a fight with just using his hero only. That was absolutely insane to watch. Like, I don't even know what to say. I can't even like use words.
He has
right
5 branches in a dream.
He's just hitting away at people for not very much with his 5 branches, and it actually worked. And towards the end, he summoned his Baron to get that one extra last hit, and obviously, if his bear died there, he would have died with it. But living life on the edge, I feel like that really just encapsulates mid one as an individual in Dota. As it looks like he might be in a bit of trouble. Yeah, I mean, okay, this is good save.
Wait a minute, a chance?
Yeah, but his bear is dead again.
Yeah.
Talk about the leash. Remember the leash on the bear?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, and now he has no bear for 70 seconds.
So they can't leash it. This is good, right?
Right. Okay, so honestly, that was a really cool play by mid one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, let's just check this one out here. The bear, he micros it out and it lives on. At this point, I'm just kind of like, all right, this fight's over, right? Mid one's just a glorified creep, but he's getting some roots in here and there, which is great. They end up like here. I was like, they're not gonna win this fight, right? There's no way you win this fight. Lone Druid's useless, right? But mid one is like, nah, I got this. I got this, guys. Roots him with this hero again, which gets him the kill, by the way. And then he summons his Baron here to get another right click off that also heals him and saves him. That was like masterfully played. But that's kind of what I'm getting at here. It's like you can't recreate the scenario. I feel like you can't.
I mean, you need everything to go right and then some. And the other problem that you're also dealing with is it's still double Midas on the supports. Although Ogre has a Midas also. So, you know, who am I to judge? As Chrysalis just dies to Lul up there on the top side. They knew where he was at. That one hurts.
Oh, rough one.
Down bottom, Puppy E2 is going to die.
I mean, the difference in this game is... Okay, actually, I might take my words back. I was going to say the difference in this game is, like, Puppy, he's dying a lot just like last game, right? But last game, he was achieving something. He was pushing lanes out, right? He was giving intelligence. This game, I'm saying he's an ogre. It's not his fault. This hero doesn't do anything, right, when you're behind.
I mean, he did draft it, so...
Yeah, he did. I mean, he likes trying to counter heroes with his hero, which makes a lot of sense, honestly. But the reason why I said I might take my words back and he might not have impact is he's going Dagon.
Oh.
He has Midas Dagon. So if he gets a big multicast, right, and kills all of Naga's solutions, that could be really cool, right?
Well, yeah, and then you talked about it. It's all single target afterwards. You kill all of Naga's illusions, you got the single target damage.
There you go.
It's the answer.
And the more important part is he's going to get really farmed doing this, right? Because these illusions are going to give a lot of gold, which he otherwise wouldn't be able to kill. So he's got Midas gold, he's going to have Dagon farming gold. This is like something that's going okay for Secret, right? Like in the long run. Of course, you're still down 13,000 gold right now, and the game is still hard, but it's not like a hopeless encounter.
Oh, they found the real one.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Naga Siren in trouble. Fear. Do they have enough damage? Yes. They take down Lul. That is a huge kill.
Yeah, it's very big. All right, what's happening now? They still might want to fight, though, because XXS is still a monster.
Oh, God. All right. Yep. Leashed up. In trouble. Zeus damage is insane, but the healing coming out. Trying to keep him alive. They take down that egg. Hold on just a minute. Secret. They're fighting back. They find XXS. He's going to try and trample away, but Rupture about to wear off. Chrysalis on him. Turns around for the Pulverize. Do they have enough damage to kill him off? They do. 4 dead after the Naga was already gone. Holy moly. Secret that not all is lost yet.
I mean, if you thought Yamich may have to worry for his spot on the team, I don't know, man. Like this guy, he finds the Naga, right? Instantly goes in, makes another play. Sure, he dies in that play, but he's the man making this all happen.
Oh yeah.
Talked about it in the drafting stage. He kind of has to be that man because the way their draft works, right? But usually when you put someone in a situation where they have to do a lot, it's too much to ask for, right? But in this game, he's actually delivering. This isn't simple things to do, but has to get it done, and he's making it happen. I think the only really bad thing that happened there for Azure is I think Tianming, his egg positioning just wasn't ideal, right? It's just right on top of the Lone Druid and the Bloodseeker. And once that egg does go down, I think the fight is just over for Azure. But Secret will happily take that. And that's exactly what they needed as well.
Well, I think that we are also seeing part of the reason why people ban out this Lone Druid. Because you're talking about all these things that, like, makes it a bad Lone Druid game, and I completely agree with you, but they are still having mid one find success, which is what's crazy. There's so much damage to throw around, and he's still been able to survive when it feels like he shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, we'll see this fight. We're going
there
in.
Is
they know
no
Rush is happening.
They don't have a Grim, although that is hard done on Naga Siren.
Too.
This is going to be tough. looking for the jump, finds
they found
the Zeus
Zeus
right at the start. The snowball is there too. Can they get anything? Song of the Siren already out. They drop down the Pit of Malice. We'll have Firestorm. Pipe, Greaves, a lot to keep people alive. Can they do anything extra here? Tries to take it down.
That's
that
a good
egg is
egg.
in a perfect position, but they need to back away. Now the buyback comes from the Tusk. He's ready to go in for a second round. Grimstroke got here too. Now the fear, the stun, tries to control onto both with the pulverize. It wears out, so it's only on to that puppy. Well, and now the jump for the turnaround. They get XXS. He's starting to fall in trouble. They're actually outlasting him. The team fight is so strong, and the team fight items is so strong from Secret. Greaves, Pipe, now the fear onto Zinq, finds and kills that Grim. Oh man, they were laughing in the draft, but things looking better for Secret.
Yeah, it's actually looking quite good here, and I think the decision to do Roche here while Zeus had no mana, and of course yet again Yamich with a perfect initiation here to just like make things happen. It was really just like everything that could go wrong right now for Azure, right, is going wrong. And I think they're a little flustered at the moment. Like, you don't need to be hitting Roche when 5 heroes from Secret are off the map. Zeus, he had no mana up. He literally didn't have his ultimate available, and he was sitting at what, like 15% mana, right?
Yeah.
And like, this is not a situation you want to be in. These are not ideal fighting conditions. And props to Secret though for like not like rolling over, right? Just finding these small openings and just continuously being aggressive, even though you were super far behind in this game. They've pulled back like almost like 10 to 12,000 gold lead in the past, what, 4 minutes?
Yeah, it's actually insane. I mean, that was at 98% on total win probability. And I mean, it's still looking very much in their favor. I feel like Azure were so far ahead that they just kind of felt like they could do whatever, and now are sort of receiving the punishments from that. And now you look at Tiaming, I mean, he is brazenly stepping forward and dewarding, like under full vision with nobody showing on the map, gets killed, and they're going to lose the tower.
Big kills into big objectives here, and you're kind of hitting this marker where you have a Naga, it's farmed, but we haven't really seen a lot of the impact coming from it. And yet again, you look back potentially to the Lightning Hands. Is this the right build? This game.
I mean, we'll see. They're underneath and in the tower, and the image is snowballing forward underneath into the tier 4 towers. He brought one with him. The bear tries to run away. Yamich backing out, gets some separation. He's still in a dangerous spot and is going to die for it. But at the very least, they force back everybody to defend the base. Kind of crazy.
The bear survived as well, actually, so
that's pretty hype.
Yeah, that's really important. I mean, the bear now has a Maelstrom, a Radiance, on top of that Diffusal Blade, so there's definitely tools here to deal with these Naga illusions. Obviously, you have the Underlord, who has the Shard too. That gives him more Firestorms that scales to do damage. So at this point in the game, right, this Naga, I don't think this hero is equipped to just hard carry the game. I think the last couple fights she was involved in, she should have had more impact, right? Just based on how much net worth they had. But as this game gets closer and closer to net worth, and I didn't even talk about the Bloodseeker yet. Like I mentioned before, the Blood Rage, it's going to give you a spell amplification of 30%. That works on your Mjolnir. That'll work on your Blood Mist, which is percentage-based damage as well. So now all of a sudden, you have all this AoE to deal with an Noggin. I don't think one simple Heart of Tarosk is going to keep you alive. So a lot of issues here.
And furthermore, like the other problem that you're going to have is that Puppy is going to start to upgrade his Dagon now. So even though you've got this heart that is kind of going to be a damage sponge for the hero, your illusions are not going to get that same type of benefit. And I feel like they have the damage. Like they have what they need to focus on the right targets.
Yeah.
It might come down to more like, you know, if XXS can kill the Ogre or something, or I mean, again, you're talking about Bloodseeker is still going to be an issue even if all the illusions don't die. But time will tell. Still a 4,000 gold lead. I want to see if XM can start to have some value with those Lightning Hands.
He just got Moon Shard, so that's cool, I guess.
Yeah. No, definitely. We'll see how good it ends up being. I'm curious. Whoa, it's the Naga shard. That actually is kind of huge.
Yeah, the other supports already bought theirs because they're high value. And Zeus obviously bought his, so it was really just up to Primal and Naga to get that shard. And it is... I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to see. I mean, you're right in the fact that it definitely can be huge, right?
Right.
In the right fight, it could just like turn the tides of how the fight might add by healing. But there's no like big damage over time ability that like really worried about. But we'll have to see here. So we're gonna break on the Phoenix here.
Well, they're also breaking on Boom, the Pit of Malice onto 4, but that is going to be a
Mid-one's on the back line.
Underlord. The backside, do they have what they need? Okay, Song of the Siren to go for the reset. Trying to go for the isolation play onto mid-one. Can they blow him up? Control, silence, but the snowball is there. And on to the Zeus illusions. The bear is going to die at least one time, but can they do it again? Chrysalis tries to beat now into XXS. Thunder God's Wrath out. The control is there. So much damage in an AoE.
His
and they
bears
all
are dead.
Gonna die. Thank gets the double kill. And now mid-one, the last left alive, is
run, little bear.
The ball. And there's
no
no way. Ooh, okay, all right.
He has no boost.
Dude, he got a sixth branch. He's got a sixth branch. He's unstoppable. Run, bear man, run. They're not stopping. Will's chasing into the fountain. He's ready to go. He's about to get the net. No! The disarm, the control. He's gone. Just like that. He dies.
You can tell like how badly they didn't want him to get away with that. It's like, even if you buy back 4 heroes and kill us here, we will not allow your 10% bear with no boots to survive. It's not even like he was like a lot of value, you know? He lost both his bears already. That was just disrespect.
Yeah. Azure, it feels like have stopped messing around and have reestablished dominance in this game after a very tenuous period of time. I mean, it has allowed now Yamich to get another Midas, so there are 4 Midases on supports in this game. Absolutely disgusting Dota that we're seeing played here, but also the most normal Dota that we see.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what Dota is now. And honestly, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
The days of just like pushing and ending, like as an analyst, it's a lot easier for me because like, oh, this team made a mistake at this point, you know, but like this is more fun when like a million things are happening at once, and it's very difficult to pinpoint like everything that's happening, especially in these longer games when it's so crazy. But that's like the beauty of Dota sometimes.
True.
Sometimes if it's too predictable and easy, that's when people get bored, right? And there's nothing to get bored about in this patch, that's for sure.
Absolutely. I just noticed that Boom also bought his shard on the Underlord. So he can throw that onto his Bloodseeker in the fight if he wants to, and suddenly you've got like extra firestorms being dealt out, and he's taken both of the talents for it too. Another way to try and help deal with these Naga Siren illusions. But now
Naga wasn't even the issue in that fight, to be honest with you. Puppy, he's gone. See you later. Oh, the gate. Boom, like trying to help him out there. Oh, maybe no, they're coming through.
He thought that they were trying to run away, but no. They're instead trying to show up and take down XXS, who TP's out. Will be able to.
Yeah, Punch was already used. The bear has no basher, so they're not going to be able to stop it. Really a heads-up play there by XXS to just realize they can't really cancel that anymore. And he just gets on out of there scot-free. But to go back to the Naga sign, the Naga isn't really, at this point of the game, a big factor. The last fight and why it went so badly is, well, I think mid-one lost his first bear trying to attack an egg of Phoenix, right? There's a kill. That works. And by the way, the bear doesn't do anything to the egg. Even if you're hitting it, it won't even take a charge away. That's why this matchup is really bad, because the real hero at this point in the game, I'm being very careful with my words. There's a team fight here. I was gonna say the real hero doesn't hit, but mid-one has already proved that's not even true.
Blink back. This is a buyback for now. And this is also a really quick Roche spawn. So everybody in the area to come and contest it for now. I mean, we have still seen the egg be able to go down a couple of times now, and this is going to be Basher about to be delivered for mid-one. So other ways to try and control.
Yeah, I think the only way the egg goes down is if Tianming, sorry, goes into a bad position, like right on top of the Bloodseeker. That's when it dies. If he can stay away from the Bloodseeker, it should be fine. It should be very difficult. It's a level 3 egg now, by the way.
Ooh, smoke break. One Naga Siren Illusion is out front and center. Yemich in trouble. Goes for the blink away. The last second, mid one. His bear is starting to fall. Does have a resummon ready to go. They're on to him right now with the Primal Beast. Primal Beast in buried far. Bear dead. Now the control. Bloodseeker. Weird combination going out at the same time as the Song of the Siren. Stunned after the fact. Yemich gets the blink away. Huge pit drop down, but that egg is too perfect, and the magic damage, lightning and sun and everything thrown out. It's way too much. They lose the Underlord, they will lose that Ogre, and it's going to be ages for Azure. I
mean, mid one didn't die, but 2 of his bears died that fight, right? And this goes back to the drafting stage where I said this Lone Druid pick is difficult already. Just Phoenix alone makes it hard, because you have no way of dealing with the egg. And they picked it into Phoenix, right? So they didn't actually care. They just valued the early game. And now it's getting to the point where mid one's bear is just going to continue to die. And there's nothing he can really build to prevent this. Like, maybe a BKB on the bear is the only thing he can do. But these fights need to be shorter. Like, if it's a long fight, you would think, because you have 2 bears, long fights are good for you. But in reality, is if you don't end the fight very quickly, your bear is just going to get whittled down and it'll die. You have like Naga Illusions chipping away at it. You've got Zeus, like his lightning hands, his Thunder God's Wrath, and all these other AoE damage he's doing. And I guess I can just go through every spell in the game, because Primal has a lot of small AoE, so does Phoenix, so does Grimstroke. Your bear is just dying to like random shit, basically. And there's nothing you can really do about that, other than just try and win the fights quickly and decisively, maybe buy a BKB for that purpose. And he does have it queued up, so he has the same state of mind as me of like, there's no item I can buy that's going to help my bear tanky and survive. So I got to buy a BKB, and within the duration of BKB, we got to kill some heroes.
Yeah, they need to get those burst kills done. That feels like the only real solution. And isolation is a good way to make that happen. You're seeing the Tusk try and queue up the Aghanim Scepter. It's still a long ways away. I think that there might be a point where he even needs to think about like selling the Midas to get the Ags or something, because otherwise there's not going to be enough that changes, and they're going high ground. They're starting to take this out. Still 3.5 minutes left on Aegis, although this right here is nice. The control is there, but Tusk still dying, and the cheese, he stays alive, and now rolls in, finds that kill onto Yemich. Try and keep him low, and actually he's gonna die in the duration of the BKB. Chrysalis chases forward. He's onto Lul too, but as the Song of the Siren wears out, I don't know if they can kill off Chrysalis. They might be... They just don't have a way to chase. They can't chase out of the base.
That wasn't necessarily a bad outcome, though.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad at all. Like, the bear didn't die, which is always great. They got the Primal and the cheese, both of those, and they just lost their Tusk for it. They didn't even have to use a buyback, so good hold there. And this goes back to show you why a lot of the teams right now don't really want to go high ground, because you can have like a huge gold lead. But the moment you put yourself in a position where you're on the low ground, they're on the high ground, or buybacks come out, maybe the tower multi-shot with the glyph comes out, puts you in a situation where your gold lead is less than what you think it is.
Well, that is certainly a big part of the problem here. And, I mean, you have kind of, not the, like, you know, late game proof potential, but you have a lot more strength going into the late game with those Midases online for these supports. The question will be, can Chrysalis get on the targets he needs to find at the right time and make good use of that BKB? We saw in that last engagement, the BKB was absolutely clutch to killing the Primal after the overextension by XXS. But these other heroes, it's not easy. I mean, Phoenix is level 20 with the Shivas. Like, what the hell are you supposed to do? Oh, two heroes caught, net onto both. Ogre in trouble. Ogre brought down low, and the bear is dead. The ogre's dead. They have a second one, but you don't really want to take this fight unless you're in a better position. Now the Song of the Siren to start this one out. They have to take this fight at this point. Rupture forward, finds the Zeus. Perfect from Chrysalis. He takes him out at the start. This actually looks decent. They blow up another. That's the Phoenix dead. No more spells used. Lula's in trouble. XSS is going to run in. They buy back. Puppy feels like it needs to be their time now. They do lose mid one. They're going to get that silence onto XXS. Kill off another, and Yimich, he found the perfect moment. A triple kill from Chrysalis. They chase forward, find Lul. No Song of the Siren. Is he dead twice? Disperser to run away. Boom, right onto him. Gets in front, and he does not have an easy way out. The Dagon to take it away, catching and killing this Naga Siren. What an insane turnaround. And Chrysalis, the Bloodseeker, started it all. That was absolutely clutch.
Oh, Crystallis right here in this, he is, did you see his laning stage? Do you see this man's laning stage? It was,
yeah.
He was a support. He literally had support net worth. I thought at some point in this game, Grimshock would like eclipse him in net worth, but in these last couple fights, he has been absolutely clutch. He's been exactly what his team needs him to be. Right now, mid one, all he can do is kind of just tank the spells. Like both his bears died again without really doing anything. He dies. But it's making space for Crystallis to kind of get in there and do all the damage here. And right here, there's no egg here. And you go in on XSS, you think you're going to kill some heroes here. You're strong, but at the end of the day, it's a debate. All you're killing is yet again mid one, and this is not the hero you... What even silenced him there? I'm actually really confused.
It might have been a Mindbreaker?
No, it's not. That's why I'm confused.
Something did.
Yeah, and anyway... I don't think it was the blood right? So
it might have been.
Maybe it was. Maybe I'm just getting senile in my old age and don't know what's happening anymore. But that silence was really clutch there for not only keeping him alive, but like allowing him to continue to do the damage here.
And I think one of the things too is this is now 2 fights in this game that have kind of fallen apart when XM is out of position on the Zeus without that much mana. And Chrysalis spotted that for a second and immediately struck on that hero. That's something you got to watch for. And it's going to be an issue. Now, this is a DD on the Bloodseeker. They're going to smoke up. If they find a right fight here, this is going to go
Oh, he's got a Swiftling too.
Oh, man, they got to be so careful. Azure Ray, they're smoking out, but they don't know about this DD. Yimich breaks the smoke, jumps in, finds one. Can they get the target? They want Chrysalis, runs forward, but there's the break. They have anything to take this away. He still has his DD ready to go. Decides to back out. XM full mana. Now they're in trouble. There's no BKB ready for this Bloodseeker. Is he going to be able to survive through this? Force Draft tries to walk away. Boom, down at half HP, saving his BKB. They don't have DD anymore. The turn trying to do what they can, but there's way too much damage. The Phoenix ult now tearing apart Secret. It was supposed to be a good fight. It was not a good fight. Holy crap, they lose 2.
Yeah, I mean, the longer these fights go, right, like the better it's going to be for Azure Ray. And we did notice all the critical moments that Secret, when they did win the fights, because Crystallis got in the backline real quick, right, and instantly sniped a target, right? In this situation, he tried to do it again in a more aggressive stance, but it just didn't work out. They just couldn't get the damage in time. The sleep was there. Of course, the Primal, he's a bit tanky. On top of the heart region, you have like that Naga heal you talked about. It's definitely going to help out in these situations here. And you're going to go high ground. And you know for a fact that there's only one bear. But however, this bear does have a BKB now. So this is one strong bear at least.
Well, there are only 2 heroes here. Grim is about to show bottom. They do need to... they don't want to buy back right now, but they see Grim showing bottom. That might feel like they can go. There's also Aghanim Scepter on Tusk if he comes back into this. Mid one steps forward. They got the Naga Siren. Lul in trouble. Lul rooted. Starts to fall.
He's got a
Wants to get out of there. The bear, do they have enough? Can they quite take him down? No. Grim was able to get there in time. Now looking for the chase. XXS tries to back away. Lul turns. Nullifier is there. Still has no more resummon, actually, on mid one. If there's bear is dead, he's gone. Doesn't have a way to get out. Yamich tries to back out. He is going to die now. So the trade is 1-for-1. A much bigger kill in XF.
It is, but if you're paying attention, you realize there's no bear on mid one, so he's kind of dead right now in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
At this stage of the game, I don't believe he can walk in and start right-clicking people and get kills. He was able to do it in the early game somehow, but I think at this point in the game, that ain't gonna happen. So there is a world where they could have pressured and tried to do something there, but I think it's fine for them to sit back on Azure and just kind of wait for their Zeus to come alive. Because Zeus is a big part, right? He needs to be alive. He does have the Bloodstone. He has the Lincolns to try and deal with the Rupture. However, you have 2 Ruptures now. But you also may not have a life if you're Crystallis, as you're getting solo killed by Lou here.
And he just buys back. They're going to try and drop the gate. So they want to secure the Roche for themselves.
They kind of have to.
That's crazy. Yeah, they got to go for it now. You can't just sit. But you're fighting into Naga Siren too. Oh, this is where you maybe lose the game. This is where you maybe lose the game if Crystallis diebacks right here. And it's like,
Zeus is dead though. There's no Zeus for 10.
Go. Trying to run in with XXS. They find one. How much trouble is he in? Puppy already used Dagon, so can't clear through these illusions.
Zeus has
back
travels.
Up in 2 seconds.
He's got travels too.
Oh god. All right, he's coming back into this fight. At least they have BKBs. They have the Tusk kick, which we really haven't seen to tremendous effect yet.
I mean, Phoenix has no egg for 10 seconds.
Smoke up, break smoke. Needs to back out, blinks back. Don't find him. Shards, block off.
Oh, he canceled his onslaught. He's stuck. I don't know if that does anything though.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, they're setting up for
they're
Roche
heading
on
top.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, so now they have control of this area, and no more Aegis for Secret now.
Unless they want to go through the gate.
Yeah. Unless.
No, I do respect the fact that Secret tried that.
They're going through a different gate. The Fiend's gate. No, they're going to be too late. Oh, no. Everything on the ground. They're still going to jump in and try and chase this. See if they can get anybody at all. The egg is in a perfect position. They're getting
that egg is
walloped.
too good.
They can't do anything. The bear was hitting that egg the entire time, which doesn't do anything. And now they're going to finish this one off. Devastating fight. All the Zeus damage in the world. Another egg, because why not? And that is 4 dead without buyback. They're running down lanes.
Yeah, you can just go throwing right now if you want. I mean, to be fair, he wasn't actually hitting the egg. It looked like he was hitting the egg because he was doing 0 damage. But he was actually hitting the Zeus. But the Zeus was healing from Bloodstone and the Sun Ray, right? So he actually was taking 0 damage from the bear hitting him. And that's just kind of the state of the game right now for, unfortunately, for mid one, right? Like, he just can't kill anything. It's kind of like the story of last game. He wins the lane, he gets really farmed, but then he's on a hero that, unfortunately, in this particular game, isn't going to scale very hard.
Right.
And they just got outscaled yet again here. And this has kind of been the story of Dota. Like, if you were watching TI, I mean, Secret obviously